Let's mount up.
It's Ron with Restless Hollow here, and today I've got a tutorial on how to build an RGB LED floodlight. So here is the completed spotlight. This is an RGB LED spotlight. Comes with a remote, and you can change the color. And the 3D printed cover gives it a nice soft glow. Let me show you how I made it. To make these spotlights, you are going to need an RGB LED bulb, spotlight bulb, and these are G14 sockets that the bulb goes into. So let me show you what I got for the bulb here. Okay, so here's the bulb. It does come with a remote, and that's how you change the color of it. It's powered by 12 volt, and this is a G14 socket. So I have these sockets here, and it just looks like that. And then the bulb plugs into those like that. And then you just need to have 12 volt power supplied to the other end. Now when I tested out this bulb, this is a 3-watt bulb. It had good brightness and color, but the problem was it was giving me like a rainbow effect. It was definitely not a clear, like a flat color. It really didn't look that great. So when I opened it up, I saw that it has a little plastic lens thing in here. And then inside there you can see there's a little circuit board with the LED in the middle and a control chip. And this is an infrared reader here, and that's what's picking up the remote. So when I tested this without the lens in place, it gives a very nice clean wash. So what I did to solve this problem is I 3D printed a lens cover here. I used a clear filament. It's not always easy to get crystal clear using a 3D printer, but for my cases it worked well because it diffuses the color. It reduces the output a little bit, but not too bad. If you did not want to use a 3D printer, I would recommend getting some plexiglass, acrylic plexiglass, and then you could cut out a circle that would fit in here, and then you could use the stock ring and then basically put it back together. If you're using this indoors or somewhere not exposed to the weather, you could just leave it like this. I want it closed up because they're going to be used outside. I also designed and printed a little housing for the back. This slides on the back here to cover these two and hold it together, and then I made a simple bracket that connects into here. So let me show you how this goes together. Take the lens cap and fit it on top of the bulb. I printed it so that it's a nice tight fit. If you wanted to be extra careful with waterproofing, you could run some silicone around the edge. Then take the wires for the socket and put them through the hole in the back of the housing. Once the wires are through, you just need to slide it on the base here. And again, this is a tight fit. So basically the friction of the part keeps it in place. Again, you could run some silicone around here to help seal that in. To connect this to the bracket, I'm using brass heat set inserts and M3 screws. These heat set inserts go into the base here like this, one on this side and one on this side, and then I will be able to screw the bracket into place. To install these heat sets, I'm using this tip for my soldering iron that I purchased. You can get these for different sizes. These are M3 because they match the M3 screws, and this tip is sized for that. And then basically it is made so that this slides in there. It's just like a little cylinder shape, slides in there to hold it, and then you take that and it basically melts the surrounding plastic to embed the heat set into the plastic. And that's what it looks like when it's installed. Now I can take the screws and put them into the bracket here on each side. And then I need to line it up with the insert. Screw it in. Now you can see how it swivels. And you can tighten them down to help hold the position that you want. And on the bottom is just this hole in the tab. And that lets me run a screw there and then connect it to wherever I need to. I want to power these lights with my RCA power supply, so I'm going to go ahead and solder on these RCA jacks. These are the same jacks that I use for other stuff like our pumpkins. And that's it. This light is all ready to be hooked up to power. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, comment below and I'll do my best to answer them. Also look in the description. I will include links to the bulbs and the sockets if you're interested in looking at those. As always, thanks so much for watching. If you're interested in more content like this, go ahead and click that subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber. See you next time.